Yo, what's up, comic compadres, and welcome back to the Hoodrat podcast, where I'm Hoodrat, you're Hoodrat, and what? We all Hoodrats trying to dig in the dollar bins, trying to find the gems and great investments in the books we can pass on to our kids, next generation. But I got my boy here, man. Godly Comics, man, the new blogger for Shortbox. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Hood? Thanks for always inviting me and letting me come on every single time. And I love it, man. We always get to put on a spotlight for everybody that eventually is specking on a book or they just love a book just because. So,
Yeah, man.
it's always good to do something like that.
And if you guys don't know about the hashtag show, we just highlight great posts over on Instagram because that's where it all starts on Instagram, man. It always starts on Instagram. Even if you don't give the guys the credit on Instagram, it starts there, and then it kind of just turns into the comic book whirlwind of speculation or great reads or whatever. But wait, we got a guest today, and we got one of my favorite YouTube channels, man. Is it one of your favorite YouTube channels, bro? That nobody that still needs to be kind of out there.
I really like this guy. He brings out the truth, and he definitely has a lot of good spec, and that he gives out to the community. A lot of good information, and honestly, it's one of the guys I like to look at periodically, and I like to listen to him a lot, actually.
Yep, and he's one of the only guys that I have on my as notification, man. Like when his shows come on, like it notifies me, and I'm watching, man. And that is our boy right here, man. CMS Comic Vet. What's going on, bro?
What's up? Thanks for inviting me here.
Hey, man, we just part of the Black Order, bro. That's all, man. We just wanted to bring the leader of the Terror Dome, bro. Like
I couldn't say no when you asked me. I said I'll go ahead and do it. You know me, I don't do a lot of live streams and all this stuff, but I wasn't gonna turn you down. You always supported me when I was doing videos, so glad to.
Hey, man. Thanks for Manny the Collector, man. Manny the Collector, me and Godly's homie. He told us you got to go watch this YouTube channel, and that's when we just started watching, on a weekly basis, man. But you have a great YouTube show, man, and everybody should give him a follow. And let's see, man. Let's tell the folks where they can find you. All right. So, yo, man, let the people know where they can find you, Mr. CMS Comic Vet.
All right, I have a YouTube channel, CMS Comic Vet. I don't post a lot of videos anymore. My goal was just to do it for a year. I did it throughout every week in 2020. And, I did a video every week. So now, I just wanted to show people that you can, you can spec, you can read, and you really didn't have to go by what apps say or what big YouTube channels say. You can spec yourself and do your own research. And I've been buying books for over 40 years. So I'm old school. I'm really what you call an OG in the game. I'm old school. And now I every once in a while, I'll drop a short video, but I'm not the guy that you're gonna tune into every week and see a lot of videos from me. I did that. That was a bucket list thing for me, and I did it. So now I'm on IG a little bit, and that's about it. But I'm just not I'm not a YouTube guru or a social media thing. I'm not trying to make a name for myself or be popular or anything like that. I just want other collectors to make money. Because I don't think it's fair, for the Yoda to alert and make money when you hit the eBay link and all that stuff. I just think everybody should be able to make some money off of it. So
explain to everybody what the Yoda is, bro. Like the term you coined, man, that we all use nowadays. The Purple Yoda.
Who it is?
No, what it is. What is the Purple Yoda, bro? Like you
for those that don't know.
Yeah.
I can say.
You can say what it, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
bro.
well, yeah. Well, the purple Yoda to us is the key collector app, and the reason I call it the Purple Yoda is because it seems to me, when you have spec and you're in his little get along game, he has no problem putting that spec up there. It could be the dumbest spec, and he'll put it up there. And the reason I call him the Purple Yoda is one day he had sent out an alert of some spec on a Empire Strikes Back paperback with a Purple Yoda. So people run out to eBay to try to buy this book because the paperback had a Purple Yoda. So that's why I started calling him the Purple Yoda.
Oh, I didn't even know that, bro.
That's the origin of the Purple Yoda. And maybe I'll put a clip of that video up. I did a video from the day I started calling him that. But to me, it seemed that, when I spec'd on the the Captain Universe being a god of light, and then Newbie, his channel had the proof that he was the god of light. It's like the Yoda just tried to downplay their stuff. But when you're when you're one of his boys, you know, he you know, Omnipotentus, Moon Girl 28 is a black winner. He has no problem sending that junk out. Or when I spec'd on He Who Remains, and then when the biggest comic book channel did a video on it, the biggest comic book channel that explains what you know, he did a video on it. Then it started selling like crazy, and then, you know, he put on his app when he sent out an alert, there's just a slight increase in sales. So then I was just like, you know what? This thing is just like, if you and his get along gang, one of his little buddies, you know, it's gonna be all pumping everything that they say. But if you're not in his get along gang, you know, he tries to play it off. So I call him the Purple Yoda, because to me that Purple Yoda spec, that was just some of the dumbest spec. You know, the Empire Strikes Back trade paperback book with a purple Yoda. I guess when they first did the book, before the comic book came out, he was purple. And, you know, man, he's just a purple. So he's a Yoda. You know, the Jedi mind trick.
It matches his colors, you know?
The Jedi mind trick. You'll see, he could go buy this book. You want to buy this book. And what do the sheep do? They go buy the book. It's like Jedi mind trick. So
it makes sense, man.
Purple Yoda.
That's why I kind of understood the Yoda, but I didn't know where the purple came from, and I know where the purple is coming from.
This is the thing too. You know, it's a double-edged sword, that app. But, you know, there's people like yourself and others as well, and they try to get ahead of the ball, ahead of the app, and they really try to dig in for real spec, and I really respect that, because you, like yourself, you do try to give like the truth, and not just the truth, but like really give really good insight of the interwebs of this space, of this comic book space. So like, hey guys, instead of really just trying to get this book, I think you guys should really try to focus on this. This is more of a staple book than what was mentioned on other sources. Right. So I really like that, man. It's really cool. I really salute you for that.
Well, I appreciate it, but don't get me wrong. The Yoda is not 100% bad. It started out as a good, it started out as a good thing to find what issues are key and stuff. But over time, he just changed it to this spec, and he just changed it to FOMO. So it's a difference when you have true facts and you're helping people find rare books and stuff. That's the difference than when you're sending out alerts and causing people to run out and buy books, which cause the price to raise, you know, and it's just FOMO. So, you know, it's not all bad, but the spec, you know, that just causes FOMO. That's all it is a FOMO factory. It causes FOMO.
Yeah, man. And like my uncle says, man, like he's a long time comic collector, man. He's been collecting since the 60s, bro. And he just says, like, you know, this Purple Yoda, it just makes everything a key, you know, like, and everything shouldn't be a key. I mean, if everything's a key, then what are we? Every book, you know. So, you know, that's from an old school collector that, you know, that I learned under, man.
Yeah,
so
it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to stop what he does, but my thing is, I just want, you know, a few people to realize, you know, you can do this without that.
You could be ahead of the ball.
Right, just sell when he alerts instead of running out buying, because that other guy makes videos every week showing the prices of comic books 6 weeks later, and 90% of them drop. So that's telling you shouldn't be buying when he alerts. You should have the books, and that's the time to sell. And that's my main message.
Yeah, true that, man. And you are a vet, right? A true vet, right? A true military vet, man. Thank you for what you did, bro, for your service. Thank you. Hey, man,
You're
like
welcome.
this, bro. You know, and that's part of what is. And I want to ask you a question. What does CMS mean, man? CMS.
It's just short for comics. It can mean anything. Short for comics. My initials, the initials of my 3 children. You know, just it can stand for comics, music, and sports cards. Because that's what because I do comics, music, and sports cards. So, you know, or it's U.S. Marine Corps backwards.
Oh,
you know, so
there you go.
So, hey, it's all kind of things.
And man, you play some of the dopest music over on YouTube, man. Like, were you an ex-DJ too, man? Besides
that's
vet?
real. Yeah, I was a real DJ.
I saw those MK2s, man. I saw those MK2s, bro. Yep. Like, that's some real stuff.
Did it all.
Yep.
DJ,
them bad boys
books,
the late 80s or early 90s. Them Tech 12s last forever too.
Bro, those things are like the the Energizer bunnies, bro. They just don't stop. I mean,
Yep.
I still have my 2 decks, man. I have my two decks up. I had those since like '96, bro, and they still play my records
Yeah.
well, man. You know, like I just have to buy a new needle now and then, man. But
Right.
you know, but right now they don't play hip hop and they don't play whatever. They play jazz and blues, bro. That's because
Right. I get it.
I'm a jazz and blues guy, man. So
Nothing wrong with that. Music is universal.
it is, man. And that's where it all came from, man. Jazz and blues, man. The music, you know, that we love today. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. But let's give some props to my boy Godly, man. Where can they find you, bro?
Yo, you guys can follow me at Godly Comics on Instagram, and I am teamed up with Shortbox now, so you guys can follow my articles, 2 articles per month. And just like other people, I do try to give you guys an edge on what is in the interwebs of the comic book space.
Yeah,
So,
man,
you guys can give me a follow there.
And what was that? What was your last article about, bro? Like, let's let the world know, bro. We're on the YouTube channel.
So my first
we already
article,
did though. We already did though. You got to watch prior shows on here. So
yeah. So I mean, my first article, and it won't be my last. It was Zom 100. It was a free comic book day, and I was just talking to Z Vet before we started, and it wasn't just me, but a lot of other good speculator, people that do speculate on books were trying to get copies of this book months prior to this article. So I'm not the first one to notice this. I'm just trying to inform you guys like what's going on in the interwebs of this comic space. So yeah, I mean, you guys could follow me on Godly Comics, and you guys could also follow C Vet as well and Hoodrat as well, guys.
right on, man. So let's see what our tag is for this month. We're only doing this show monthly now because we want to like gather up all the best posts, the best tags of the month. And we picked 2 for Tuesday, man, because that's a big one for you, right, Vet? 2 for Tuesday is like the one time I see you post, like every Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I did that. That was last year. Yep, I made sure I posted 2 of the same books every Tuesday last year. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man, I love it, man. You know, like we have multiple comic Mondays where everybody shows off their 50, whatever, But I enjoy 2 for Tuesday because you just show 2 of your favorite comics that you have, man.
Yeah.
They could be identical. I mean, me, I do, I post like 2 identical homages like this week. It could be whatever, man. 2 for Tuesday, right?
Right.
But hey, CMS Vet, man, you ready, bro? You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, man. Like you're up first, bro, because you are the guest and you get to go first, man. So what was your pick for 2 for Tuesday for this month?
I picked Swordmaster #1 from my man Funhouse Comics. He's one of the first people to support me when I was making videos, commenting on the videos and on my IG. But this Swordmaster book seems to be blowing up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I spec'd on it. I was really spec'ing on his brother. But it seems like with this Iron Fist news that a lot of people are priced out of New Agents of Atlas #2. And a lot of people are going to, his first solo story, which is what you do to a lot of books, in the hobby. When you can't get the first appearance, go to that first solo story or the origin. So I went heavy on this book when it came out. I pre-ordered everything. So I still have my 1 in 50. I have 2 1 in 25s, and I have a bunch of the A covers. So I think I'm gonna start selling them. Now is the time. I never really expected this book to really blow up, but it has. So when the New Agents of Atlas came out, I really went heavy on them. The first 2 issues. The first issue I have like maybe 50, and to get the 1 in 50 and 2 1 in 25s, and I went heavy on Swordmaster #1, and I went heavy on Arrow #1. Arrow #1, I went heavy on that. But the rest of them, I pretty much just have maybe 10 of each. I stopped going heavy on it.
There was a lot of rumblings of this even back in like COVID, man. Like of Swordmaster joining Shang-Chi, and then Swordmaster having, joining some show or whatever. He's always been kind of in the rumblings, man. And
Yeah.
I think this one's for sure, man, because if you've read like Timeless, if you've read some of the Death of Doctor Strange, and if you read Swordmaster all the way to the end, man, like it kind of is pointing towards him becoming, the Iron Fist. And I want to give props not only to you, C-Vet, but I want to give props to my boy Manny, the Comic Collector, and my boy
Yeah.
Universal X, because
Yeah,
they've been on.
Yeah.
Y'all been on this. All three of y'all been on this for a minute, bro.
But you know, Universe. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know, Universe.
Nah,
he does records too. So when I started talking to him, I was like, wow, you know, we got a lot in common. You know, he actually reads books. A lot of people don't read. You know, he actually reads the books, and he messages me, and he has these records. I'm like, okay, bro. All right. Okay. So yeah, you know, we have talked about this book, but go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Man, yeah, Universal X is, you know, he's been a big proponent for this book for a minute. I know Manny Collector has been too, and you know, Universal X, he's a real reader, man. Like he doesn't just read the bubbles. He looks at the art, make sure, and he finds all the you know, all the things that you need to find, all the clues, you know, where things may be going, all the Easter eggs, you know, and he lets the people know. So follow those two guys over on Instagram, and they're good people, man. But there's like 3 books in here, right? There's actually 4 books people should be looking out for. Which books are those in this run, Yvette, that people should be looking out for, man?
See, I don't know. Like I said, I was just doing 9 really, because I knew that was on the Yoda, and 12 because I knew his brother, you know, was throughout that book more. Yeah. I don't know if people, you know, I know there's another issue people might be buying, but
I think it's 2.
It might be 2.
Shang is like the first appearance, something like that, right? So
yeah, maybe it's his origin or something, but I don't know. You know, I have enough number 1s, and I have enough of it. You know, the War of the Realms, New Agents number 2. I have enough of it, so I don't really keep up with it. I just see something and I'll post it. Be like, man, so this is a $50 book, and then Manny will be like, yep, it's a $50 book now, and I'm like, right, man, you know. So I don't know, but you know, like I say, I was just doing number 9 really, because that was already on the Yoda, and that was his brother's first appearance. You know, I wasn't doing all that, you know, first cameo, first full, and all that. So those books are blowing up too, I guess. But I can't keep up with anything except number 1. I just know about number 1.
It's hard, right? Like the speculation world has gone nuts, man.
You can't spec on everything. You're not like a million billionaire. You know, you can't buy everything.
Right.
Especially the last 2 weeks, right? Like we got the Black Panther this week. Last week it was a Thor. What else? And it was
Hulk.
The Hulk.
And then you also had
you had the Catwoman, Catwoman 1 in 25, the Catwoman 39 and 1 in 25. Yep. And then that Catwoman, man.
There was another one. It was a black cover, not the Venom one. There was another one.
Then you had the Moon Knight from last week too. You know, the Raza cover, man. It's just. I hope everybody's just saving some gas, man. Like, instead of going around, if you didn't order it, don't drive around, because you're about to spend $40 of gas. Just buy it on eBay. Buy it on eBay for $14. Save you some gas. You know, like, make sure you just do FOC.
Yeah, that's what I do. If I miss, I miss. I do FOC. I order all my stuff, and I know I have it. I'm too old to be hunting, driving.
I'm too old to be driving around.
I'm too old to do that. So if I miss, I miss. And if I want something bad enough, I have enough where I could trade somebody.
Because it comes to the point where, I mean, I'm just gonna say this: most shops. I mean, there's one around here that doesn't, but most shops are definitely gonna increase their prices the day of drop. So
but we know what shop did that here in San Diego.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. So it's like there was no point of. I might as well just order a few on eBay and get the couple and have it delivered to me.
Save some gas, save the earth. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I mean, like the Black Panther, right? The Black Panther the Black Panther was out of nowhere. You know, I mean, for me, I was like, huh? Black Panther? I mean, I won't lie, I missed it. You know, I ain't chasing it. Like, if I bump into it, I bump into it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get an A cover, but I got 2 of the 1 in 25s. There was an article about it. There was an article about it a while back talking about a new character. I can't remember what that article was. It was an article a while back.
Bleeding Cool was on.
I don't know if it was Bleeding Cool. I don't know if it was Rich Johnson. It could have been, but yeah, there was an article, and that's what piqued my interest. So, but I did get the 2 of the 1 in 25s. I'm glad.
The 1 in 25s are like, they shot up a lot. I know. I did like a little alert on Shortbox's Discord about the 1 in 25s and actually issue 3, and because the 1 in 25, I think the first one that sold on eBay was a 1 in 25. I think it sold for like about $125. and it was on bid or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Someone has that 1 in 25 price for $1,000 right now, bro. Like, I'm like, wow,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
That ain't gonna happen.
For me, I like you know, buying my, you know, my silver, bronze, and copper. I like to save them. I'm not buying these new books. I'm buying, you know, books that matter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, books that are older, 30 years and older. I love those books. These new books, like I'll buy, you know, like the things I like to read, you know, and the artists that I love to support. So,
and that is smart. That is really smart. The only thing is with me, when it was the 80s, I was doing the same thing. So I don't have to really go buy all them books. So I do buy new books because they're easy to sell. Like my both these Black Panther 1 in 25s, they're gonna be gone.
They're gone, bro.
I'm gonna sell them.
Out.
And I just use that money to do my other orders for FOC. So that's how I do. You know, this new stuff, man. You know, I don't really care about it.
And that's the way to do it, right? Like, you know, you sell books to buy the books that you really want, man. You know what I'm saying? So
nothing wrong with that.
Let's see what the prices are with this Swordmaster, man. Let's go. So you could actually get this book for look at that. There's Swordmaster 2 going for $13.50. You get this book for $10, about $10 plus another $4 for shipping, so $15. And I actually looked at this, and in cover price, man. And this is up like almost, you know, up. I think it's up more than 100% in sales, 200%. You know, like people are really going after this book, man. Swordmaster #1. But you know, like
cheap book. Yeah.
It is, man. So I mean, it is his origin, you know. So you know, books to look out for on this run is 1, 2, 9, and 12. 9 is the cameo of Ling Fan. I mean, I think the Purple Yoda says his first appearance, but his first appearance actually comes in number 12, man. And Universal X, check him out, man. He'll back that up, and I think CVET will back that up as well, man. So yeah, man. There's you know, the Purple Yoda, you know, lets people know what's going on, but you know, read for yourself and go through the book. Don't just buy it.
Research.
Don't just buy it and put it in your short box and expect to know what's going on in it. Open that book up, and see what's up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. But next, man, I got and I want to thank Funhouse Comics. He's also a friend of the show, man. Mike, you know, he's a really good dude, man. I talked to him over on IG a lot, man. He has a lot of good posts. Go check him out, man.
I gotta say this to him because I say this every time he posts. I'm gonna say it for you, Mike. I know you watching. MK in the house. All right,
there you go, MK. Hey, bro, you know,
MK in the house.
And bro, you know that's what I love about your show. You give shout outs to all your loyal, your loyal viewers, man. Like you gave me a shout out on one of your shows. I was like, yo, that was pretty tight, man. You know, I remember, I saw it, man. I was like, that's. You know, now you got someone loyal to the Black Order, bro. Like I'm loyal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tried to be a little bit different, let people request songs and all that kind of stuff, you know, but it was fun. That was last year, though. I'm done with that, though.
Oh, man, keep up the good spec stuff, though, man. I love this stuff, man.
I'll do that every once in a while, so, yeah.
So my pick, man, was from my friend Sarah, She Geek 78. She is the moderator of my channel. And she dived in with the 2 for Tuesday and tagged me on it, so I saw her real quick, and I was like, that's the one. That's one of the picks for this week, or for this month. So She Geek says my pick for 2 for Tuesday is at Hoodrat Comics. Found these lovelies in a dollar bin. Wow, this is a good book to have, right? So this is the first time Riri is actually in that the Iron Armor Model 2. Prior to that, she was in the prototype armor, the gray armor that she built at MIT. So this is pretty good, pretty cool. So issues 1 and 2, she's actually training in the prototype, right? She's training in the prototype, and the AI for Tony Arks is training her. So she actually built this for her, and then they built this together, and now she's wearing the first Ironheart actual armor, right?
Right. Ahead, I think this is when she's named Ironheart too.
Yep. Tony Stark's. This is it, man. So it's really good, man. It's actually kind of her origin. So as you guys know, if you guys read about Ironheart, her father and her best friend were shot through the heart at a picnic, at a birthday party in Chicago, in Southside Chicago. And you know, Tony Stark's, the AI says, they talk about her origin and talk about what happened and the trauma that she incurred. And he says, you know what? That means something. Maybe your name should kind of be Ironheart, right? So it kind of makes sense, right? Ironheart with the being shot through the heart, her best friend and her father, with the same bullet. So he does recognize that, and he mentions that to her. I don't think she actually takes the name yet. I think she takes her name and later down in the further issues, but he kind of like prods her to say like maybe you should be named Ironheart.
I think that's it.
So this would be a dope book, man. I mean, this is actually, I mean, if you found us in the dollar book, Sarah, that's a good find, because this, I mean, in the at the time when Riri Williams was a big hit because of her the rumors of her showing up in Black Panther 2, like this book shot up in value. What do you guys think, Sivet and Gali, man? What do you guys think about these two picks for my friend Sarah?
I think she did good. Like when she found them for $1, I think a lot of people, not just herself, but a lot of people were just looking for Riri covers because obviously the first appearance was getting out of hand. So, I mean, I applaud her for just even finding this, because I honestly think like you couldn't even find these anymore out in the wild. But I mean, I guess she did. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, good job. Dollar Bin, they're out there. So yeah,
they're out there, man. Sell or buy right now with this one.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I'm not selling it now until the movie comes out.
I would do it like right before the movie.
Yeah,
when it starts picking up again. That's when I would do it.
Yeah,
trailer. Sell at the trailer, or sell at the in the movie when the movie starts.
When there's a
but is she coming on Disney Plus before the movie though?
Man, it depends. When's Black Panther coming out? Is that coming out next year, or because I heard she might show up in Armor Wars, so. But you just never know, man. She may show up. Disney Plus just be like bringing people. She may show up as She-Hulk. We don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
So if it was like a surprise, like a surprise appearance, like in a movie or in a show, I would sell like kind of like right after that. Because then people are like rumbling about it, and you're gonna see everyone talking about it on Instagram. Like, boom, 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 post, Riri. That's when you would want to sell like those covers. So, but if you see it in advance, like a trailer and stuff like that, then that's when you would want to do it. Yeah. Like a surprise, you would wait.
Yeah, but we all know
her book spiked. Her book spiked, and now they're going back down. But as soon as the movie is about to come out, or her Disney Plus, they're gonna spike again, and that's the time to get rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah, man, and we all know like she's showing up because where are Peter Parker's girlfriend and his best friend going to? MIT, right? So they're already leading up to it, man. And where do we first meet Riri Williams? In her basement. It was in MIT, in Invincible Iron Man #9. Right. So or set depends, right? It was at 7. Was her cameo? It was supposed to be a cameo. Yeah. And then #9. But we see her in 7. You know what I'm saying? So the world of cameos and the world of first appearances. Who knows, bro? I know, bro.
She's also in Champions.
Yeah, man. So
all I care about is what it sells for. Y'all about first. Okay, I don't care. Whatever it's selling, that's what I'm selling. Yep.
All right, man. So let's check the prices on these guys. The price for these, let me see here. Cancel. The price for these right now that's not bad for $1 book. The ROI on that one, man. So look at that. So $37. We don't see what it went for, but one went for $40 with $4 shipping, and then $30 for $5 shipping. So it's about a $35 book, man. Between a $35 and $40 book. Not bad, Sarah. Good job. That's dollar bin. I want to go to those dollar bins. Take me to those dollar bins, Sarah. When next time I'm around your area, let's go. So, but Gali, what'd you pick, bro?
I don't remember. Oh, I just picked Amazing Spider-Man. It's with the Punisher. Raging Cajuns Comics 2 for Tuesday with 2 Amazing Spider-Mans. A little Eric Larson action. He got 1 regular and 1 newsstand edition. After seeing, the Spider-Man movie, I was like, oh, might as well pick some Spider-Man covers. And obviously, I know there was some rumbling about like the new Punisher logo. I still like the old logo. I don't know about the new logo, but yeah. So I had to pick it. So
yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the the change of the logo. Punisher logo, man. Like, is it that bad, guys? Tell me, man. Is it that bad?
But did they really change it? Because to me, that logo that I saw in that book, it looked like the beast that runs the hand. It looked like a cross between that logo and the Punisher logo. So I'm not sure if they actually just changed the Punisher logo, because on that cover, if you look behind him, it looked like all those people from the Hand were behind him. So I was under the impression they took the Punisher logo and they mixed it with the beast, the Hand, and kind of like combined them for whatever book that is. The Punisher, the Hand. That's what I thought. I didn't know they were really changing the whole logo. I honestly could be wrong, but that's what I thought.
I could be wrong too. I mean, I just saw
we're all speculating. We're all speculating.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the new logo?
It would suck if they did it, because I'll take that one any day. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're all blaming cancel culture, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because the Punisher logo's too, whatever.
But I don't know if they really changing it though. I think it was just for that series with the Punisher working with the Hand. You know, I think they just changed it for that. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. It didn't look like they were really, you know. So.
Well, I hope they don't change it, man, because we all grew up with the real Punisher logo, man. That'll be tragic, man, losing that logo. But let's check what the prices are going on for this one for Raging Cajun Comics. Awesome post, bro. So you get this book for about, I don't know, $5 to about $8. You know, it's about we see $5 or let me see here. $3.21, you get that for $45 at a 9.4. There you go, man. That's not bad.
Like looks like there's one newsstand and one direct too. So the newsstand probably go a little bit higher if they have.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, nice pick, Raging Cajun Comics, man. And back to you, CMS, man. What you got, bro?
All right, this is Avengers 232. I picked this. This was another of my spec books back in March or something. I think I made a video specking on it. This and Captain Marvel number 27, the first Arrow. I knew because we saw Thanos. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw Starfire. So I stocked up on these back in that had to be back in March. I'll have to find a video, but yeah.
How much were you getting it for back then, man? Back in March?
Oh, $2 bins.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's a book that you would find like that. Yeah.
That was $2 bins. I was stocking up on those. And the Captain Marvel 27, of course, that was a little higher because that's not a that was already a Bronze Age early book or whatever. But it shot up more with that announcement that he was gonna be in that end credit scenes in the Eternal. So but yeah, I just knew it. The whole first, what is it? What do they call the Avengers arc? What do they call the phase 1, 2, and all that? That was based on Thanos being a villain. So I knew you were going to see his brother. I mean, it's just eventually you're going to see his brother. That's
a good way of thinking. Yeah,
that was easy.
There was all the rumblings that we might see an origin story of Thanos. Right? Yeah, we had those back in the day. I think I picked this up. I mean, honestly, because I was collecting Monica Rambeau covers. So I was like, I have this. Why did I get this? I was like, because there's Monica Rambeau on there. So that was just the book when his name changed from Arrows to when the Wasp called him Star Fox. So that's why I had both of those books when I did the video. It was Captain Marvel 27 and Avengers 232. One first appearance and one when he got the name. So, but man, everybody's gonna love Star Fox. All these little girls and these whatever kids, because what is it? Harry Styles playing them? Is that am I right? I saw the movie. And I was like, who's that? And then my wife's like, that's Harry Styles. I'm like, who the fuck is Harry Styles? I have no idea, bro, about these.
Yeah, I'm not a movie guy either. I go see him, but I don't sit around here. Hey, they cast this person. I don't know. All that stuff. All his movie stuff started in 2012 when the Avengers came, and then Thanos was at the end. Before then, people wasn't buying and specking on comic books because of movies. When Captain America and Iron Man and all of them, none of those books spiked. But it's like with the Avengers and Thanos. Then finally you have books that you can afford, because nobody was going out and buy the first Captain America, the first Thor, the first Hulk, the first Iron Man. So, but now, I think around 2012 with the Avengers movie, that's when the spec market, tied into the movies now. Because I didn't understand it, because like I say, the movie stuff is new to me. I'm old school, and for a minute I did not understand why when a book is in a movie, why does it cost so much now? Because that was just new to me. So it was like first appearances. That was new to me. I had to go to a store and somebody was arguing over a first appearance. And I was like, well, what difference does it make? And the guy was like, yeah, because if it's a first appearance, it's worth more. Then I realized we're in a total different era now where first appearance and value are two different things. But we're in an era now where people feel like first full means it's worth more, and that's just not the case. Value is what the market puts on a book. A book can be valuable with no first appearance in it.
Oh yeah, like Silver Surfer 4.
You know, and a book can have a first appearance like Hulk 180, right? But Hulk 181 has more value. They're two separate things.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Two separate things. Like that's why I say OGs don't argue, because I got all the books anyway, so I ain't got time to argue.
I got all the books anyways.
But, you know, but it's like, you know, value and first appearance are two different things. First appearance doesn't mean value. It just doesn't. Venom comes in Spider-Man 299. But what book do everybody want? 300. So first appearance means nothing. And all of this arguing over cameo, first full, partial full, third second, none of this stuff happened until you had the Yoda and had these big YouTube channels. You think in 1980 and stuff we was arguing over that? No.
You didn't have any of that.
No.
You had
Nobody's
none
arguing.
of that.
You wanted Wolverine 181. Why? Because he was all throughout the book. That's why you wanted it. You saw him slashing the Hulk all throughout the book, not just on the last page. But, you know, it's changed, you know, and I got to change with the times. I'm not in 1980 or 1979 anymore. But the thing is, value and first appearance, they're two separate things. It's not the same. It doesn't matter. Like I told you about the Swordmaster 9. Well, I did my video on Swordmaster 9 because the Yoda already had Swordmaster 9 on there. So I knew that was going to be the book he alerted. So I don't care that the first full is in 12. What is people spending the money on? 9, right? So that's how.
Yes.
But you know, man, you know, the arguments are just about like what books do I have and what books do I need to get priced up. That's all. That's all the arguments are.
You are so correct.
That's all the arguments are.
I don't got no time for that. Y'all argue over all that. I'm selling every Swordmaster 9 for $40. I can care less if he had more panels than Swordmaster 12. I don't care.
Bro, you're gonna sell them, man. That book is still burbling, man. I think us hardcores know about it, you know, but I think the rest of the world about to know about those books in a second, man. But let's check the price on this first appearance of Star Fox, man. Thanos' brother. It's his big brother, right? He's his big brother, right?
I'm not sure about that.
I think it's his big brother, bro. Like this the pretty kid, man. I was like, okay.
I don't know, because in Infinity Warps, when Gamora killed Thanos and his conscience was transferred into, I don't know if that was his little brother or older brother. I don't know.
I gotta read back, man. I'm just trying to figure out from what I read back in the day. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah,
but it's his brother. I do know that.
Yeah, because my wife asked me, she's like, "What? That's Thanos?" I said, "Yeah, that's Thanos' brother." She goes, "Older or younger?" I said, "I think that's older." So I'm going off just memory.
Yeah, I don't know. So
there you go, man. Your $2 book is worth $700 now if it's a 9.8, bro. There you go, man. You know, like that's some good return on investment, man. And then you got Raw's going for $100. You know, 9.6. They got $142. So there you go. You got the two prices for the 9.6, 9.8. Then you got the price for the Raw. You know, that Raw is a newsstand. So $100. Bro, if someone paid $22 shipping, oh damn, bro! Like, let's go. Good for you, man. You know, $22 for shipping on a Raw. Yeah, that's questionable. That's questionable, man. Yeah. So next off, man, I think it's me. So what did I pick? I picked Paper Girls, man. So who of us in this panel was a paper boy when they were a kid? Anybody? I was a paper boy, man. I used to wake my ass up. Like at 5 o'clock in the morning for 1 year to save up money, bro. That shit was hard, man. It was hard, bro. And I would put that fucking paper that we had to wear the paper on us, like in this little bag, and you could put all your newspapers in there, and you rode your bike and you throwing them, bro. You throwing them, bro. Like for reals, man. This is what I did for a year. I think I was about like 11 years old when I was doing this. But check this. These girls, they're paper girls. But what happened is that they actually ran into a faction of time travelers, having a conflict or war, and then they got kind of thrusted into this war, you know, of between factions, and then they became time travelers themselves. And this comes from my boy John's Comics. John's Comics with, I think, Kids is his YouTube channel. But John is a good friend of mine over on YouTube, man, and he always has a lot of good stuff to say. on his YouTube channel. He has a lot of good stuff that he does on TikTok too. Check him out, man. His YouTube channel is always dope, and he has he's one of the funniest guys on YouTube, man. This guy cracks me up all the time. But John goes, I didn't have time to snag a Top Variant Tuesday book, so I'm going with 2 for Tuesday instead, since I'm absolutely obsessed with the wrapped up inside Paper Girls right now. I am now on the final volume and can't wait to finish it. I got both of these issues from Cantonese Comic Kid Jeff as an unbelievable AOK. Yo, man, that's dope. Way too kind of him. One is even signed with his COA, but an amazing Cliff Chiang. If you've never tried this Image in indie series, I'd say it's like a female Stranger Things mixed with time travel plot like that German Netflix show Dark. Wild sci-fi ride and another masterpiece by Brian K. Vaughan. This book is actually optioned, man, by Netflix. So
Yep. I have a friend that has like a few 9/8 of that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I read like the first 8 issues of this. But the first I don't know why I stopped, but it was pretty good. I think I got wrapped up in other books and other spec stuff. So, but it is actually a good book to read, man. If you guys want to catch that, and let's see what do you guys think about this first before I go to the prices, man? Any of you guys read Paper Girls as well?
Well,
No, but
go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
Oh, I gotta plead the fifth. I don't know anything about this book.
It's a new book, bro. It's like it's a pretty recent book, So.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. So I mean, it's nice little colors on it, but other than that, I don't know anything about it. So
one of my good friends, Where's My Marvel Stamp on Instagram, he actually spec'd on this book, and he got a few of them in 9/8. And I always think it's always good to see these comic books come to life in shows or movies, in a way, so it can kind of give us a chance to gain some profit off of it and buy bigger books and other speculations down the road. So it's always good to see money circulate and books being circulated and not just sitting in the short box.
It's actually, but at the same time, it's actually good to see a good book and a good read get the speculation and price that it deserves. And this is actually a really good read. I'm gonna probably get the trade paperbacks for this, man, and finish it up. But it's actually a really good read, man. If you like time travel, like you said, if you like Stranger Things, if you like Back to the Future, and if you like that kind of like a warring conflict and a dark, kind of dark, friendly, fun story, this is good. Yeah. This is a good book for you, man. So
is it like Boom or Image or something like that? Or
yeah, it's Image. Yep, it's
Image.
An Image book. Yep, it's an Image book, man. Yeah. It's an Image book. So let's check what the prices are for this book. So the prices for these they are pretty high, huh? So someone scored for a 9.6, man. They got it for $39. I'm like, how did you do that? But it's $39 plus $21 shipping, so they got for $50. Someone bought I know, right? Someone bought a raw for $60, but then you could have got a 9.8 for $87 plus $14 shipping, so about $100. And then you got another 9.8 going for $88 plus $15 shipping. So 9.8 is about $100, right? And I would say, a raw you could probably get for 20 to 30. I think someone overpaid $60, and then someone just got lucky with the 9.6 at $50. So I feel bad for the person that paid $60 for that raw, man. When they could have got a 9.6. But check this out, man. But what you got, Golly? What's your next one, bro? Oh, your favorite book of all time. There you go, man. You don't. Go ahead.
So this post is from Josh Comics by Ammo1. I actually started talking to this guy, and when you told me about the hashtag this week, I started looking, and by chance I saw his double post. So Josh puts 2 for Tuesday, fresh back from CGC Comics with a clean press. Explosive collectibles here for the first appearance of Terry McGinnis. Batman Beyond was an amazing cartoon. Yes, it was, and I definitely loved watching it as a kid, and I love it now. Batman Beyond was an amazing cartoon. I've had these 2 copies since they were given away at my LCS back in 1999. Damn, super nostalgic. Definitely a lot of memory books. I wouldn't get rid of them if I had a memory like that. Finally got around to grading them. They present higher than a 9.4, but we can't predict all the grades we're gonna get back from books. But I really like this book. I'm shooting for 200 copies. This is a promo one. I'm shooting for all around 200 copies. I'm about like 130 in. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is a good book to have. It's a good staple book to have in any collection. It's not just Batman Beyond, but I know a lot of people are specking on Marvel, but DC keys are definitely sleeping right now. And if something ever happened with DC where they got bought out, or I don't know if that would ever happen, but or I mean, if they ever started picking up the pace like Marvel and they started creating good movies, there's always a chance that those DC books will go up, just like Marvel. But
yeah, man, DC's sleeping right now.
Yeah,
man,
Marvel's kind of like the gold, and DC's kind of like the silver right now at this moment.
I don't know, man. I would think even like Image is writing better stuff than DC. What do you think? I mean, what do you think? What do you think, bro?
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I being wrong, bro?
DC spec is dead right now.
It's garbage.
DC spec is just dead. Sometimes they had good characters and then they just don't do anything with them, like the Batman who laughs. They just let him just waste away.
Right?
Punchline, as much hype as there was for Punchline, you would think that they would really just be, that's and Robin, what was the other one? The Robin, what was the boy name? The Robin King? Was he the
Robin King?
Oh man,
yeah.
all the hype around that, and you just so DC.
Bro, I saw those Robin Kings in a 50 cents bin, and I didn't even want them, bro. I'm like, And
then they canceled shows. Like a book that I thought was good was that what was that Future State Wonder Woman, Yara Flores or whatever.
Yep.
And I thought that was good, and people were buying those books up, but then DC just canceled that that show. So I don't know what's going on with DC.
I have no idea all I know is right now I'm gonna let the secret out is if you want some Silver Age keys for a DC, now's the time to get them. Because they are priced pretty low, like no one even cares about them. Like you go on a Whatnot show with Batman books, no one wants them, bro. Even decent Batman books, man. Like they are on the low.
There's a small crowd that are still collecting DC and
it's just so it's a minuscule crowd though, right? Like it's but I mean, but this man, I mean, for us older guys, man, this.
Did you guys watch? Yo, CB, did you watch Batman Beyond? And if so,
I was a grown man. I wasn't watching this cartoon.
Bro. So how old bro? You must be old, bro, because I was watching this too when I was a kid.
Oh man, I was grown, man. 1999.
You like my uncle?
Y'all forgetting? I was in Desert Storm. You guys.
Oh shit!
What? You guys were What were you guys doing? X-Men. The X-Men animation wasn't even out yet when I was over in Kuwait. So man, please, I wasn't watching no Batman Beyond. I wasn't watching it, so.
No, man, I remember that. I think Kuwait happened. I think when that conflict happened, I was like, I was in like 4th grade, bro.
Yeah,
so
man,
you got me by a lot of years.
That's the only Super Bowl I missed. That so I'm gonna tell you how long ago it was. That was Super Bowl 25. Super Bowl 25 I didn't see because of
Which one was that? Was that the Niners against
no, that was Giants and the Bills, and then the Bills missed that
the Giants and the Bills.
Yep,
bro.
So that's how old I am. I'm way Batman Beyond. Please, I hear YouTube gurus talking about when they were kids watching the X-Men animated. I'm like, man, I was a grown man in the chow hall in the military. I was a sergeant, and y'all talking about we was watching the X-Men animated. I didn't watch that. I was a grown man, so bro, I definitely was grown.
You missed the magic of Jeff Hostetler that year, bro. Jeff Hostetler, man, that's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, bro. Like heart, man.
Yeah, that was him that won that game.
Yep,
hurt. Yep, he won that game.
Yeah, he got knocked out, and Jeff Foster became a Raider, bro. And he was just, I was like, I love that dude, man. He got heart. Yep. So, but let's check the prices on this Batman Beyond #1, and go ahead, Godly.
So, I know. Because I know 9/8 go for a promo, which I sold one recently for about 400 solid. Batman Beyond 9 for direct. Seems like someone bought it for 545. 9
prices
for
are pretty good,
500. Man. Yeah, I mean for 9/4s. So this is the thing. What you do is you buy them at like 300 for direct, and if they're like a 9/4 potential, and then you could flip that and then sell it for like 550. But like even at its highs, it would sell for 550 at its highs. At lows, right now, because Batman Beyond, it's kind of like this. And sometimes it's most of the time it's kind of like in the lower section, in the lower end, and then sometimes it has its pickups if there's any like rumors or anything like that. And then so you kind of see like all the 9/4s are selling for about the same almost.
But that's a pretty good price for a 9.4, bro. It's still holding value really well.
Yeah,
you know?
and then 9.8 direct.
Yeah, how much is that?
I want to say at its highs was like 2,500, and then lows maybe 19, 2K.
Damn.
Yeah, but there is one newsstand 9.8, but it's as a guy, I know it's not a true 9.8 though. I'm sorry to say it. But there's this guy who has it on eBay, and he has one photo, and it's misleading because you know how like certain spots, like when you just take one photo and you can't really see all the details. It's to the point of if you have a good eye, you can see the color breaks in that 9.8 newsstand. And he has it for 15K or best offer, and that's like the only newsstand that has ever popped up that I've noticed for a 9.8 since Batman Beyond talking.
But you are the expert on Batman Beyond #1, bro. I gotta say.
Yeah. Thank you. But no, it's definitely a book. It's definitely a grail chaser to get that 9.8 newsstand, because I see more Batman Adventures 12 newsstand than I do Batman Beyond 1 newsstand, because I have not seen a true 9.8 newsstand. I mean, I don't know what CGC was thinking when they graded that, but I saw like 2 color breaks on that book. I was like, no way. If you crack that open, get it signed, lost that 9.8 100%.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I mean, kudos to the guy that has it. I mean, it's very eye appealing just to see a label of a newsstand at a 9.8. Okay. Especially on the first appearance,
yeah, man. But this book's still holding its weight, bro. That's good prices for a 9.4. You know, so. Yeah. But what you got? CMS, bro? You got the next pick, man.
This was Nova #1, the first appearance of Nova and Richard Wright, the Richard Rider Nova, and I just selected this because I wanted something old school for one of my picks.
There you
go. I did something. I did a buddy. I did something I spec'd on, and this last one was something old school. So. This was one of my favorite books when I was a kid. I think I have a whole set. And I think I have either 3 or 4 of these books. But I know everybody's waiting for Nova to come to the MCU, and I am too. So
top 3 characters that you want to come into the MCU.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, Ben Grimm, and the Thing, and Fantastic Four guy. I mean, you know what I mean. The Fantastic Four, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, and the Human Torch. Those are my 4 characters I want. So
you're all into FF. Do you have an FF1?
No, I am missing. I'm missing 1, 3, 4, and 7. I got every other one.
So you're still chasing those. That one, it has definitely gone up for sure.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're all.
I want you to get it though. I want you to get it. I'm not
I'll get it. I'll eventually get it. I don't spend a lot of money on books though. I'll have to trade or sell something I have. So
now, when you're gonna buy a big book like that, most people when they do buy it slabbed. Are you?
Well, it just depends. You know, I've been doing this a long. I have a lot of friends that I talk to that have been doing this just as long as me. So these are people I could trust around the country that I know. You know. Was in the service with, and we were buying comic books, you know. Yeah. So,
were you buying them on base, or were you buying them on base, man?
Yeah, you buy them on base. So it just depends. If I bought from a stranger, it would have to be slab. But if I bought from somebody that I know for the last 30, 40 years, you know, I could just get it right because I know they were just like me. You know, before there was a CGC, there was none of this stuff. So I would trust my buddies. I got one of my buddies, you know, I grew up with. He got one. He got a Fantastic Four #1, but I just don't want to trade anything right now. But eventually, I probably will.
Were you getting a Mark Jewelers, man? Were you buying them on base? Because I heard they were all the Mark Jewelers were on the base, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of Mark Jewelers. I got a lot of Mark Jewelers.
Yeah, my uncle was in the military too, and he got a ton of Mark Jewelers because he used to buy them on base too, man.
Yeah, but they phased that stuff out once the all this Image and all that stuff came out, you know, Death of Superman, you know, there weren't as many Mark Jewelers as there used to be because a lot of DXs and PXs and everything on the base, you know, they stopped selling comic books and you would have to go to just like you guys, you'd have to go to the comic book store.
Yep.
You know, because then on base they would be selling magazines and stuff. But once the 90s and stuff came, everybody had to pretty much go to specialty shops because that the direct market was, you know, taken over. So
yep. All right, man. We all want to see Dick Ryder in the MCU, hopefully, man. So let's see let's see how much Dick Ryder's worth, bro. So let's see. And prices kind of came down, huh? For Nova #1, man. I remember this was a big old spec book. It always has like 9 lives though. This book, right?
Right.
Like one day it's down, and the next day it's like, what's going on with Dick Ryder? And then the next day is down, and or next week, and then all of a sudden it's up again. So
well, yeah, because this character hasn't came out yet, so we don't know how strong of a stronghold this character will have in the MCU when the day comes, or if hopefully it does come.
There's been so much speculation on this guy. He has to be coming, man, because so many ears heard about it, right? Like, I mean, it's always it's like a 6-month cycle for this book, man. You hear it, and then it's gone. Then you hear it again, and it's gone. So, how many you got of these, man?
Number one, I think I have 4. I think I have 4 number ones. So.
Yeah.
I don't have any of them. I don't have any of them graded. Like I said, I've been buying for so long, and it's just all this grading stuff just came about since about 2000, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There was no graded books, and it just cost so much to grade. And for me, it's hard. I spent 35 cents for a book, and I got to spend $25 just to get it graded. So I'm getting books graded slowly but surely. But I got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of books, and
you gotta choose wisely.
Yeah, books, it just costs too much to grade. I'm like,
it's too much, bro.
Especially those older books that are priced up really high now.
Especially now, bro. It costs you $40 to grade like a Silver Age book now, bro. Yeah. Like it's a ripoff.
32 for modern signature series, 39.
Yeah,
$39 for a Silver Age, bro. I just got a collection. I have Silver Age, all these Silver Age books. I'm like, do I really want to grade it? Because they're even grading harsher now, bro. I just got a whole shipment back in, man, and I got crucified, bro. I mean, not bad. They're all 9s and above. Yeah. But there's some in there. I'm like, how was this a 9.6? Like, how? Show me. Where's the notes? They just randomly picking. Okay, that's a 9.6. That's a 9.8. Today we're gonna pick maybe 5 9.8s and 10 9.6s.
You never know. You never know. But I do know. I don't get anything graded. None of my old books get graded unless I'm going to sell it. It makes no sense for me to spend money to grade books just to keep them. Books that I've had for 40, 30 years. Why? It makes no sense for me to spend all that money to grade them. I done had them all this time with no problem, unless I'm going to sell them. So,
but I think, if you're gonna sell a Silver Age book, no matter what grade it is, you got to get it graded, man, and then you sell it. You don't sell that thing raw, bro. No,
no way. Hell no. Like that, I get it graded, but until I want to sell, I'm not grading any of my Silver Age. I'm not. It costs too much. It's only worth it to me if I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah, so. Yeah. It's not worth it to keep on your wall, man. Especially like how they're grading now and the turnaround times. Like come on, man.
I sent. What in April I sent maybe something is killing the children was really hot in April, and I had to send like 18 of them. 18 number ones. I had to send like 18 of them.
First prints or
number 1. Yeah, I had to send like 18 of them in. It's on one of my videos. You see when I showed it that I sent 18 of them in, and man. Waited April, May, June, July, August, September. Finally got them back. So,
how'd you do? How was your grades, man? How was your grades?
I got all 9.8s on everything I said. Out of the 25, perfect. I got 9.8s on 22. Only got 3 rejected.
Nice, bro. Nice.
But still, man. Nobody feel like paying all that money. Then gotta wait. Gotta wait from one season.
Yeah, I wait. I sent 2 books back in April 9 to get resubmitted. There were signed copies, 9.6s both. I thought they could have 9.8 potentials. I'm still waiting for them, and it's almost a full year, like a whole cycle of a year.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know, man. You send a book in the spring, you wait the rest of the spring, you wait all summer. Now it's fall, then you finally.
It's a year. It's like a year now. Almost.
I sent mine in December, and I got mine back in January, bro. There you go, man. It took a year, man. It took a year. If you're not on the fast track, and I ain't paying the fast track stuff because, no, I ain't doing all that, bro. I ain't trying to give them all that.
2 weeks faster.
Yeah, 2 weeks faster, right? You get it 2 weeks. Yeah, no.
So me, I'm not a grading person unless I'm selling that book. I get all my books. Once I grade them, it's to sell them. But I don't. All my Silver Age and stuff. I'm never grading any of it until it's time for me to sell. It just is what it is, And it's not, I know some people talk about some people talk about the like the insurance and everything, how to insure them, but a lot of the books I paid so little for that I could get all my money. But I have it's just when I bought my books in the 80s and stuff in the late 70s, they just didn't cost what they cost now. So I don't have to spend $40 or $50 to get on slab just to have that value and say, hey, this was worth such and such, because the amount I have them insured for, I'll get my money. It's good to have them graded and insured for that grade, but I have so many books I couldn't possibly do it. I'd go bankrupt trying to I couldn't possibly do it. So
no, I get you, man. But the next one, man, is my pick, and I picked one of my homies over on Instagram, Comic Ozzy, and I like the way he does his 2 for Tuesdays, man. He always, or any of his pictures, he has one up front and he has one in the back, man, that's kind of off focus. So this was his 2 for Tuesday. This the Origin of Darkhawk. I think this is number 25. I could be wrong. I need some glasses. I like foil. Don't sleep on this character. Books are still cheap, man. So all of us 90s kids, man. I mean, you were probably old. You were probably older though, right? When this came out.
Yeah, man, I was a grown man.
You're a grown
I told
man,
man, I went in the service. Ronald Reagan was still the president, so he wasn't even in the 90s yet. So man, please, anything in the 90s, I was a grown man.
Yeah, man. So man, when we were kids, man, Darkhawk was something big. I know a lot of us 90 kids want to see Darkhawk somewhere in the MCU, man. Hopefully, man. We we all love this guy. But what I'm interested is how much a Darkhawk #1 is going. If it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, let me check right here real quick. Darkhawk #1 is actually going for $16, $20. It's a $20 book now, man. Who would ever thought? Thought, right? How many printed these? Like, tens of thousands, whatever, man. And I know people bought 50 of these, 50 Darkhawk #1s, 100 Darkhawk #1s. But hey, man, they're $20 now, so that's not bad. I don't know if it's inflation or if it's because Darkhawk is just a popular character that we all kind of love as 90s kids, So it could be a combination of both. But to see this, at $20 kind of makes me smile because, I remember this as being a dollar bin book that you want to skip, like Sleepwalker. You always see that in dollar bins. Remember, you see Sleepwalker all the time, bro. You see Sleepwalker, like 20 of them. Like, nah, I ain't even taking one. And now that book is a $20 book now. So it's good to see the 90s getting the love, man, like it deserves, So, but that is my pick from Comic Ozzy, and I'm gonna pass it on to my boy Godly Man for his last pick. What you got, bro? And I'm interested. Why this? What's up with this book, bro? Come on, give me the anime knowledge here, bro.
The anime knowledge. Well, it just seems like this guy really liked Ninja, and these are pretty kind of hard to get in high grade. I liked it because I like anime, and it's kind of nice to see new books fresh to my eyes. It's kind of refreshing. You're always seeing like 181s, AF-15s, X-Men, more X-Men, Simpsons, like
Batman
Beyond. Batman Beyond. Like you're seeing the same books over and over again. And it's kind of nice to see something new. So, Sergeant Comics, CGT Comics, Year of the NHS Day 18, gets these identical copies of Ninja High School 9, featuring what I think is the first published Fred Perry R of any type. This fan submission of Zetra Man. So, I mean, I looked at this guy's profile and he just loves Ninja. And I was like, man, I think this guy definitely needs a shout out. And like I said, I chose this book because, like Akira, you never knew that book was gonna go up. Like that's kind of like an obscure like anime book that's kind of like in the left field or right, or however you want to see it. And issue 38 is kind of hard to get. Dragon Ball Z, like those Viz comics and Dragon Ball, like those went up. Sailor Moon, that book has gone up. I mean, all these obscure anime books have taken a little, skyrocket a little bit. So, I mean, just like a lot of comic books actually. So, like I said, in the end, it's just I like the cover. I think it's really cool. So if I ever see it, then I might just grab it if it was cheap.
I like the pick, man. I was like, like we got something. You picked something fresh from a new person that we've highlighted here on the show. SGT Comics. But man, I'm not an anime person, but I'll let you know like the first anime I ever watched, bro. The first come on, CVET, bro. Aeon Flux, man. Aeon Flux, bro. Aeon Flux.
What's that? I don't know that.
Remember from MTV, bro? Aeon Flux, bro. Like, oh man,
I'm older than that. I remember the Whirlwind Pyramid.
I remember.
Voltron.
I know.
That's what I remember. I don't remember what you're talking about.
But see, I don't count Voltron and Robotech as anime because they used to.
No, I'm talking about Battle of the Planets. I think that was the Whirlwind Pyramid. I think that was anime too.
Is that one? I don't even know, bro. But
I think they were called Battle of the Planets or something. Then you had Voltron
I know people count like Voltron and Robotech as anime, but for me, it was like when we woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch. Remember, like like I'd wait. I mean, I'm younger than you, and I remember me waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6 o'clock was like Voltron, and then 6:30 was Robotech, and then that's when I after that I took a bath, ate my breakfast, and went to school, man. And put on my Cortezes, you know what I'm saying? Remember the Cortezes? Go to school, But yeah, man, that was. I don't know if that was my entry into anime. What do you think, Galia? Those count as anime, man?
I mean, everyone has their own subjective opinion,
For me, it wasn't. For me, it was just like cartoons,
Yeah, I feel you. But I mean,
but does anime have to be like Japanese? I thought it had to be like from the Japanese type culture. That's what I thought anime was. I'm not sure, but
the thing is, I don't know the fine lining between anime and cartoon, but I think like when mostly it origins like anime from Japan, and then cartoon is more like in America. So that's just how I see it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
I mean, I think and I'll tell you this, like one of my entry moments into anime. If you're Filipino, you went to the Philippines and you always stopped by in Japan on the way back. We stopped in Japan for like 2 weeks, and I was watching Ultraman like a mother, man. They had Ultraman, they had Ultraman on and I didn't know what they were saying, but it's all Japanese. But I just knew that big old Ultraman, whatever is bad.
Yeah, I remember he shooting like that.
And he was like breaking down buildings, fighting Godzilla and shit, man. That was to me.
That was my show when I was a kid. Ultraman, I used to love that.
Ultraman was sick, bro. I was like, I didn't know what they were saying, bro, but I knew this show was dope. And I was like,
his light would start flashing, and he had to fly up to the sun and get some more energy, and then he come back. Yeah, Ultraman.
For real, man. But Godly is he's an anime fan, man. So what anime should we be watching, Godly, besides
Demon Slayer? 100%.
Besides Demon Slayers, anything else like My Hero Academia or?
I heard Attack of the Titans is another good one.
I watched a little bit about that. That stuff is hardcore, bro. Attack of the Titans, man. That's hardcore.
But I would just say Demon Slayer. You'll really like it. It's fast paced. There's not really much fillers. It's kind of like for this generation. I would say Demon Slayer is for the newer generation, like how Dragon Ball Z was for us, and then the Naruto was for the next generation. I think Demon Slayer is for the following. The way it has blown up, because for manga copies they sold about 82 million versus the number 2. The number 2 manga anime was like 8 million, so they blew it out the water by far. And they have their own booth at San Diego Comic-Con, which you saw. And there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in Demon Slayer, and it's a really good show. It got picked up by Netflix. They dropped the ball, and then Hulu picked it up. So I would definitely get into Demon Slayer, man. I would definitely watch it because it's really good. And and on top of that, like One Punch Man was also in a free comic book day. It was the first appearance, and the voice of One Punch Man is actually the voice
in a comic book format. Let's just
in a comic book format, in a comic book format.
And just to keep it
real. To keep it real, this is a comic book format. So the voice of One Punch Man is also the voice for Tanjiro, which is the main character in Demon Slayer. So, I mean, if you're gonna get into anime, I would get into Demon Slayer, Naruto, or Dragon Ball.
Okay, cool, man. And just see what the prices are going for these 9.6s, or a raw. You could get these for like $10, man. $10, not bad, man. Try and take a shot at Red CGC if that's what you like to do. and send it off for a year so you can get babysitted over at the CGC warehouse, and then you get it back after 4 seasons. So, hey, but hey, that's the show, man. And hey, CMS, bro, let the folks know where they can find you, man, before we bounce.
I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I don't know when I'm gonna load anything. I just do it here and there now. Just CMS Comic Vet. I'm on IG under the same name, and I post every once in a while, but I don't do it every day like I'm not on there like I was last year. But that's where I'm at. I left the videos up if you want to see some some old videos, and that's about it. I'm not I'm just here because you invited me. That's why I'm here right now.
I appreciate you coming, man. That's dope for you to come, man. I'm a big fan. Like I said, I'm a big fan of your show, man, over on your YouTube, man. You guys should go check them out. The link is over in the description. Please go down there and give my boy C-Vet. He needs some more love because he puts out, really good content, man, that he does a lot of homework for us always, right? You always tell us this is for y'all, man. It's not for me. It's for y'all, man.
That's for me.
So I appreciate it, man. And make sure to, come and, as always, try and subscribe to this channel and say hello in the comments. And I want to let y'all know we're going to have, starting on Monday, we're going to have a new live show. It's called the Comic Book Jive. My boy Comic Book Crackhead's going to be on there. My boy Mindshift and, Dan De La Torre is going to be on, man. We're just going to be talking about comics, comics that you should be looking out for, and comics that we're interested in, we're looking for too. And we're going to give you, it's going to be a fun show. Come by and check it out. It's going to be every other Monday at 8:00 p.m. West Coast time. Golly, where can they find you, bro?
Once again, you guys can follow me on Golly Comics on Instagram. I am with Shortbox as well, so I'll be doing con takeovers on their Instagram as well.
Yeah, man. Shortbox does some good stuff, man. But that's the show. Thank y'all for joining, man. I'm Hoodrat. You're Hoodrat. And what? We all Hoodrats, and we out. Peace.
Okay, guys.